Alright guys, so I'm in the toy room and I figure... Alright guys, so I figure, you know, I'm in the toy room, I'm organizing my comics. Alright guys, so I'm in the toy room and I figured, you know, I'm organizing my comics right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of my boxes to see what is inside that long box. So this is a different kind of video, guys. Maybe for some of you, maybe for not, but that made no sense at all, did it? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this first long box and see what I have in here. So we got, what is this, the McFarlane Batman right here up front. We have my, I'm trying to put some of the comics in order. That way I know where to go, what to grab what, and what to read, because I like to revisit a lot of copies. I personally do not like graded comics. We got my 90s X-Men. I still want to get all of the issues. The covers, I should say. All of the covers from issue number 1. This is the comic that I want to say got me into comic book reading. This was the comic, and this is the one that introduced me to Gambit. So, who was my favorite Marvel character. You know, I have the X-Men runs here. We got number 2. Number 3. As a kid, the covers I always went for were the ones that always had Gambit on them. I mean, to me, he was the one that made me, you know, get the issues. I always loved seeing him on the covers, and especially right there in the box, you know, right over here, seeing him there. That was always something that, you know, got me to read certain comics. There's this one right over here with Omega Red. There's this one also with Omega Red. This is still the 90s X-Men run. This is a cover this is a cover and issue I always loved as a kid. I always loved reading this one. And we have this one. This is another comic cover that I loved. Love this cover a lot. Really, really nice. And there's this one here. And then there's that one. There's the Executioner song. I think I have all of the Executioner issues, because it went into other issues as well. There's this X-Men one. There's Gambit right there at the bottom. One of my favorite comic book covers to date is this one of Gambit and Rogue. Absolutely love that cover. I used to love these right here, the hologram issues. These remind me of my childhood right here every time I take a look at these. And this one has Gambit on there on the hologram. This is the Fatal Attractions. So that's where Magneto tears Wolverine's adamantium out. There's this one here, the wedding issue. There's this one with Sabretooth and Wolverine. I always loved the covers with Sabretooth and Wolverine. There's that one. There's the Onslaught. Onslaught was one of my favorite Marvel storylines. I have all of the issues and the ones that tied into different, you know, comics, like Spider-Man and whatnot. I love this one too, because this was, I love this cover as a kid because it had the Sentinels, and you guys know I love the Sentinels, and of course it had Gambit, and it had some of the Avengers on there too. So that was always really cool. There's that one right there. This is another Onslaught one. There's this one. This is like when the artwork started changing a bit. I only bought these later X-Men issues because it was Gambit when he was one of Apocalypse's 4 Horsemen. But I don't really go any later than the 90s. The 90s X-Men is, you know, where it's at for me. This one I just got recently. It's the second appearance of Master Mold. And then we have the first appearance of Mimic. Some of my older issues. We have Days of Future Past. Love this cover right here. We have this one here with the Sentinels, just a random issue. Some old school these X-Men issues here. I think these are the Uncanny. Now we're getting into the Uncanny X-Men. There's another one there of Master Mold on the cover. This is a cool cover. I like this cover a lot. This is another one here. Here's Gambit's second appearance. I've had this since I was a kid. You guys saw that I have his first appearance. Here's some more Uncanny X-Men. I like this cover too. This is a really cool cover. Then there's this one here. I always loved these suits. These suits were always awesome. There's this issue right here. Again, Gambit has like rocking a different look, rocking that yellow and blue outfit, and then he's got like a sword and then a spear, a staff. All right, guys. So yeah, so my storage got full. So yeah, this is an outfit that I always liked of Gambit, an alternate, you know, outfit for him, and especially the trench coat was different too. Getting to some more issues. There's Rogue and Strong Guy. Let's see, Colossus and Xavier. This is a cool cover. And we got this one right here. I think this was Bishop's first appearance, if I'm not not mistaken. There's this one here. I like this artwork on that one. There's that. This is a cool artwork too. I have X Factors that I need to put in order too. I got a lot of X Factor comics. Some Executioner song. X-Force too. I got a lot of X-Force comics too. It's an X. Yeah, we got that one out already. This is a cool cover right there, Bishop. I like this cover too of Storm in the rain. This is an awesome cover. Another Executioner. Let's see what else. Some more Executioner of Strife. What's this issue here? We got the other Fatal Attractions. This one has Magneto on him. Another cool little cover right there. Jubilee and the X-Men in the background. Now this is into the Onslaught. We're getting into the Onslaught here. Yeah, this was a cover I liked as well as a kid. This one the artwork kind of changed up a little bit. This is another comic I used to love as a kid too. Comic cover, I should say. There's a Gambit right there. This is another Gambit issue that I love. Now we're getting into the Age of Apocalypse, the side, or what do you call them? The spin-offs, I guess you can say. Here's Gambit and the Externals. I have all 4 issues of that. If you guys haven't read Age of Apocalypse, just like Onslaught's another storyline that I absolutely loved. And then we have Factor X with Dark Beast and Cyclops. I love this Cyclops. Always reminded me of Snake Plissken as a kid. I think I'm missing issue number 4. I love this cover right here. I think I'm missing issue number 4 on them though. And then we have the Astonishing X-Men again. This is more of the Age of Apocalypse. Yeah, see, I have all 4 issues of that. And then I think I have all 4 issues of Weapon X. That's issue number 2. That's a cool cover. Number 3, yeah. I have all of them of Weapon X right there. And then we have the Amazing X-Men, again, also Age of Apocalypse. So this is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Yeah, so I do have all of Age of Apocalypse. And then we have the DC versus Marvel. This was awesome. I loved this. So we have DC versus Marvel. That's issue number 1. There's issue number 2. If you guys haven't checked out DC versus Marvel, I highly recommend you guys check that out. And then there's issue number 4 where they merge together. And then they had their little one-off comics. Like they had JLX Unleashed. They had Spider-Boy. This one's cool right here. Bruce Wayne, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Magneto and the Magnetic Men. JLX. One that I really wanted a lot because it had Gambit and Rogue. And you guys know I'm a big Gambit fan. We had a Bat Thing. That's pretty cool. Well, another Magneto and the Magnetic Men. Didn't know I had 2 of them. We have Dark Claw. This was the second release. It came out like a year later. I need to get the first one that came out. This is more of the X-Men Onslaught. This is the Evolution right there. This is like a thicker book. And then this is part 2 of it. I think this is like the final battle book right here. That one. That's pretty cool. And some more Uncanny X-Men. Oh, I guess I got some stuff mixed up in here. There's X-Men Chronicles. This is Age of Apocalypse. X-Men Chronicles number 2. Again, Age of Apocalypse. We have the Age of Apocalypse here. This is X-Men Omega. It has that kind of like chrome cover. And then X-Men Alpha. Pretty nice. What's in this one here? This is X-Man. He's character from X-Men Age of Apocalypse. We have the X-Men 92. This was, I think a few years ago, Marvel did they kind of wanted to do the animated series again in comic book form. So they came out with X-Men 92. I don't know if it's still ongoing. I think I just picked up 2 issues, just issue number 1, I guess. Gambit's miniseries right here. Love this right here. Always loved this. Had this since I was a kid. We have issue number 2. I had number 4, or 3 and 4, but I lost them, so I got to rebuy them. This miniseries I got at Fat Collectibles. It's the Wolverine and Gambit miniseries. I have all 4 issues. You can see that. There's issue 2, issue 3, and issue 4. And then we have Mr. and Mrs. X. I think that's like a variant cover. We have Rogue and Gambit. This is one I just picked up. I just like the cover. We have Wolverine number 75, Fatal Attractions. This is where he gets the animanium pulled out of him. It's got the hologram card. We have X-Force Fatal Attractions. That was cool too, has Cable right there. I have my Excalibur one, Fatal Attractions, here somewhere. I have to dig it out of one of the other long boxes. Got the X Factor Fatal Attractions. You got Hologram of Havoc. This is X-Men Shatter Shot Part 1. It's like an annual. Random Cable issue in here. Love the artwork on this one. This is an Onslaught Phase 1. Look at Hulk, looks so awesome in that cover. What's this? We got Wolverine. I got this at WonderCon for $6. Wolverine issue number 1. I gotta organize my Wolverine comics too. They're not in order here. We have the Jim Lee cover right here, which is beautiful. One of my favorite Wolverine covers. We have the Wolverine and Venom from Marvel Presents. I had to track all these down. I used to have all of these as a kid. It took me a while to track all of them down. Love these comics, man. They're like short stories. They're like front and back. They're different stories. There's the. I think this is issue number 2. I think I'm missing one of them. I have to double check again. But there's the different issues here. Artwork's kind of weird on these too, but pretty cool. Pretty cool to have. This one I got at the swap meet, I think, for $1. So Wolverine and the Punisher. I had this as a kid, so I saw it. I was like, I gotta buy it. This is the X-Men Adventures. This was the actual animated series based off of the cartoon, or comics based off of the cartoon. So this is issue number 1. Love the artwork on here. Love the cover of this. I don't know. I have a few issues from there. This is issue number 2. Issue number 3. Sorry about that, guys. Issue number 3. So they go like per episode. There's issue number 4. And then we have this one right here. This is the Genosha episode. One of my favorite X-Men episodes in the animated series. This is part 2 of it. This is the one where they introduced Apocalypse on the cartoon. This is Days of Future Past. This is the other Days of Future Past, the sequel to that one. This was the season finale, which was called The Final Decision, I believe. Great episode. You can see right there it says special 48-page season finale issue. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Then we have season 2. They went by seasons. How awesome is that? I got these for $1. I think I have some season 3s too. I don't have all of them. I would like to track all of them down. This is cool. This was the episode that aired on Fox at night from season 3. I think it was Fox. I don't know. And then they aired a Power Ranger episode 1 too at night, where it was season premiere where the White Ranger was on the team. But I forgot what this one was called. Oh, here it says right here, Soul Sacrifice. Great episode. But these were specials that Power Rangers and X-Men aired at night. We got Executioner's song right here, was this X-Force. We got Gambit and Deadpool, issue number 1. I think I have, I don't know, I think that's the only one I have. This came with one of the Marvel Legends figures. I think we're getting into some of the Spider-Man stuff. This is Secret War. I think this is the first appearance of the black suit. We got Detective Comics. I love the What Ifs. That's the What If Avengers had fought Galactus. It's the Random Cable comic. Yeah, so I still got to organize somewhere in between here. What is this? New Mutants number 87. We got second appearance of Deadpool, signed by Rob Liefeld. Action Comics. This is number 1000. I have some of the variants. I don't know how many I have. Here's What If the Age of Apocalypse Had Not Ended. A really cool read. Let's see, these are just whatever. Here's Bane's first appearance. I gotta organize these because this is there's supposed to be 2 Marvel boxes and there's some other ones that are mixed in here. So I gotta fix that. This is the second appearance of Carnage, or first appearance, I'm sorry. First of Cletus Cassidy. I have the first appearance of Carnage and Venom up on the top hanging on the wall. Here's the True Believers first issue of Venom right in there. I can't grab it. There it is. Then we have Spider-Man number 301. Silver Sable is back. And then we have the Amazing Spider. This is an awesome cover, number 316. And we have this one here, 346. Another great cover. Another great cover right here. This is Spider-Man number 347. These are Amazing Spider-Mans, by the way. Really awesome cover there. And then we have Amazing Spider-Man 375. Got that hologram cover. This was the first appearance of Spider-Man 2099. I need to hunt down all of these hologram covers. There's a red cover, a green cover, and a blue cover. This is 365. First appearance of Spider Carnage right over here. Love Spider Carnage. This is Amazing Spider-Man. This is part of the Onslaught Impact. Love this because I love the suit of Spider-Man, and I love that the Sentinel was on the cover. First appearance of Anti-Venom. What do we got over here? Oh, this is the new stuff. This is when we got the first appearance of, was it Red Goblin? I think that's what they called him. So, and then we go into Web of Spider-Man. We got Spider-Hulk right there. Love that cover. We got Web of Spider-Man, Spirit of Vengeance. We got Spirit of Vengeance Part 2. I always had to get issues 2 as a kid that had Venom in it. We got the first appearance of Armored Spider-Man. Maximum Carnage. I think I have all of the issues of Maximum Carnage. That reminds me, I gotta figure out where the rest of them are at. Now that I just thought about it, I have them all somewhere. I don't know where they're at. We got Web of Spider-Man. This one has Gambit and Silver Sable on the cover. That's not Silver Sable, Black Cat, sorry. Great, now I gotta hunt down and find the rest of those. We have Web of Spider-Man 118, Scarlet Spider, great cover. Maximum Carnage. Oh, here it is right here. This is issue number 1, Unlimited. Loved this as a kid, man. I remember when I first bought the first issue of Carnage when it came out. I remember I was amazed by that character. Spider-Man 2099. I used to have the first, I think, 30 issues as a kid. I don't remember how far they went. First appearance of the Venom 2099. So I think those are the first appearances. What else we got here? Spider-Man 1, the McFarlane cover. That's not Spider-Man 1, I'm sorry, Spider-Man 13. And then, what else? Spider-Man, this is Spider-Man number 1 right here. Another McFarlane cover there. Kind of skipped some. There's another variation of issue number 1. It's like a black cover. I think there's some rare ones too. Lethal Protector. I think there's in the back I have issue number 2. And then there's issue number 4. I'm missing some of them. I don't have all of the Lethal Protectors. There's 5. Venom the Madness. I used to love this as a kid because it had Venom and Juggernaut. And I always loved Juggernaut as a kid. It's Venom and the Punisher. Some of the new stuff. Venom number 1. Venom. Web of Venom. That was an interesting read. That was an interesting one. Venom the Host. And we have, or First Host, sorry. And then there's another one, First Host there. I have First Host 3, and then First Host 4 was that new Venom costume, which is pretty interesting. I don't really like a lot of the new Marvel stuff, to be honest with you. Really picky and choosy now with the new stuff. What if Venom had possessed the Punisher? Great issue right there. We have Venom's Carnage, first appearance of Toxin. We have the Bride of Venom. It's a great cover. Spirits of Vengeance, but it's Venom. I love that cover. Venom's upside down. It's a great cover. We have the Web of or Venom. This is Spider-Man Saga. This is a great issue. Had this one since I was a kid. We have issue number 1 of Carnage USA. It's a great cover. It's Ben Reilly. I was reading some of the Scarlet Spider solo comics that came out not too long ago. It was actually pretty good, but I didn't keep track anymore. I had issue number 1, issue 2, 3. I don't know how far I went up on those. I think the last one I got was issue number 8. Okay, so didn't keep up to date on those. Venom the Mace. Venom Trial. Some of these stuff I got at the comics I got at the swap meet for 50 cents or something. Venom, the Enemy Within. Symbiote Unleashed. Separation Anxiety. I want to hunt down all the issues on here. I know people like to collect trade paperbacks, but I like collecting the comics, to be honest with you. We have the Venomverse. I got all the covers that connect together. I thought this was a great read too. I love the artwork on these. But yeah, I got all the comics that connected together. These are great issues. I think that's it. A lot of this stuff's new stuff. The Edge of Venomverse, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Geddon. I think I have issue number 1 and issue number 2. What if Peter Parker became the Punisher? That was an awesome one. Venom. I think I have another issue of that already. I think I already went through that. Ghost Rider 2099. Infinity Gauntlet. There's this X Factor number 1. X-Men 2099. Punisher 2099, Hulk 2099, love this cover. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the official movie guide. So that's it for this long box. I have 1, 2, and then these 2 over here. And a lot of it is Marvel, Spawn, and Dark Horse stuff, and DC. A lot of it's DC stuff that I have to organize. So the rest of the stuff that's in the other boxes are unorganized. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to show you guys this box over here. And then again, I have more comics like in here, more comics in here, and then my paperbacks all over there. So if you guys want to see more of this, thumbs up the video, let me know down below. Also let me know your comics. What do you collect? What's your favorite comic that you own? What's your favorite comic book cover? Let's talk Marvel, since we're in the Marvel realm right now. Let's go with X-Men and Spider-Man. So you guys can see kind of what I grew up reading. This is stuff I grew up reading. Was a lot of X-Men, Spider-Man, Venom, Spawn. We'll get into that later in the DC stuff. But yeah, thumbs up the video, guys, if you want to see more videos like this. We'll see you soon.